Hi everyone and welcome back to Pokémon. The past couple of days I've been thinking about content ideas for the upcoming videos and I felt a little bit stuck. Recently content creators like myself but also much bigger channels have talked a lot about investing in the Sword and Shield era because of all the craziness that is going on in the market. But today felt like it was time to create some other content, more chill, speaking more as a collector and less like an investor. So today I am discussing 10 cards that could be a good investment on the long term but are in the first place really unique cards to add to your collection. And don't worry, of course I will continue making investing videos, giving you regular market updates, but I also want this channel to be a community filled with collecting Pokemon cards. It's pretty exciting to see that this channel is almost growing to 500 people joining the Pokemons, and that's also the subscription goal I want to set for our giveaway, the Golden Mew from Celebrations. So if you like this video, you want to win the giveaway, you just gotta leave a like, subscribe and tell me in the comments your recommendations for unique and affordable Pokemon cards to add to our Pokemon collection. It would be nice to make a second video on this topic filled with recommendations coming from our community. Let's roll the intro. So today we are discussing 10 interesting Pokemon cards for collectors to pick up. And they can be interesting for 3 reasons. First of all, premium looking cards with an affordable price. Second, the scarcity of a card. And last, the background story making the cards pretty unique. We are discussing cards from different eras, so prepare yourself for a jump back in time. Let's go. First up on our list is a cool promo card coming out of the Sun and Moon era, the Eevee GX designed by Q-Rays. Of course, the popularity of Eevee is a very important thing here, but also the very unique art style from the artist. This card, till today, is still the only Pokemon card designed by Q-Rays. So if you are looking to pick up some special artwork from this popular Pokemon, I think $17 for a near mint copy isn't too bad. Next up we got a more expensive but one of the most unique Pokemon cards ever. The Japanese Lenticular Deoxys movie promo coming out of the movie pack from Sky Splitting Deoxys. This card changes all forms of Deoxys as you move it in the light, which is pretty special. Until today, this is the only official Lenticular Pokemon card ever made besides a couple of jumbo cards. But that does not count as an official TCG card in my opinion. If you want to have a copy of this card in a decent condition, I recommend buying it directly from Japan. It takes a little bit longer to get your hands on, but it is way cheaper than you would buy it in the rest of the world. Today you can pick up this card in a light plate condition for $70. Next card is a Seeker coming out of Pokemon Triumphant. This card is only worth $1 but has one of the most uncommon dark but cool artworks I've ever seen in Pokemon. At first it just looks like this card is coming out of a Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering game, but this is actually a real Pokemon card. And if you look good, you can see a Mew chilling in the background. So if you want to have a unique Pokemon card to add to your collection for just $1, this can be a good option. Number 4 is a more recent card, the Professor's Research coming out of the 25th anniversary set Celebrations. As this is only a $1 card and doesn't look like something very excited, this card shows Professor Oak reaching out of the illustration and writing directly on the card. Number 5 is Exploud coming out of Hidden Legend. Hidden Legends is the 5th main expansion from the EX series and was released in English in June 2004. In this set you can find the Exploud, which is at first look at the artwork nothing too special, but this card is the first Pokemon card ever made with 4 attacks, which makes it in my opinion stand out, especially for collectors also interested in the trading card game itself. This card can be a nice addition to any player's vintage collection. And the good news is that this card is only going for $7 in a near mint condition. Number 6 is a combo of 2 cards, the Scizor and Scyther coming out of Undaunted. When creating artworks for Pokemon, the artist is always mentioned on the Pokemon card itself. But behind the illustrator, there's also an art director. This person is in charge for art direction, planning, supervision, and the coordination of the whole process. Normally we don't see, hear or read about an art director, but these 2 cards, the Scizor and the Scyther, are probably the only 2 cards who are mentioning, besides the illustrator, also the art director. And the good news is you can pick up these cards for only $13 combined. Number 7 is the Alph Litograph coming out of Triumphant. It is part of the 4 Alph Litograph cards coming out of the Heart Gold and Soul Silver series. This trainer card is written with unknown, taking the place of normal letters. And unlike the other Alph Litograph cards, the elements on this card are drawn to appear damaged. If you want to add this to your collection, you can pick up this card for $28. At number 8, we got Bill's PC coming out of the expansion sheet Series 3. This card is also known in Japanese as Masaki's personal computer, coming out of 1998. With the release of expansion sheet Series 3 in vending machines also came the release of a postcard called Bill's PC. By mailing in the Bill's PC card along with any printing of Omanyte, Haunter, Graveler, Kadabra or Machoke, they would mail back an exclusive Cosmos holofoil promo card that evolved from the Pokemon that was sent in. The player sending in a Pokemon along with the Bill's PC card was meant to mimic the gameplay, as Bill's PC is used in the Game Boy games to trade Pokemon with another player. A special card with a unique background, especially for vintage collectors, and the good news is this card is only worth $9. At number 9, we got Misty's Tears coming out of the Japanese Leader Stadium. This card was banned because of the Japanese artwork showing Misty without wearing clothes. The artwork changed within the English release made by the same illustrator, Ken Sugimori. And the Japanese banned card is worth $20 today. Last but not least, we have the Trade Please Japanese promo card. In Japan, this card was available as part of the Trade Please campaign that ran in 1998. Participants were required to mail a flyer included with copies of Trade Please together with any 2 Pokemon trading cards. As a participant, you could choose between one of the 3 promo cards, a Charizard, Blastoise or Venusaur. They would then send the chosen cards back to you, completing the trade. Today the Trade Please cards are pretty unique and very sought after by vintage collectors, and that's also the reason why this card is going for $70. And there you have 10 unique Pokemon cards that would be great to add to your collection. Now if you liked this video and you want to win the Golden Mew from Celebrations, you just gotta leave a like, subscribe and tell me in the comments about your recommendations for Pokemon cards that would be nice to add to the collection. I would really like to make a second video filled with recommendations coming from you guys, so thank you very much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.